Good evening, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday so far. So we are the joys of a live video on Facebook. As soon as you start, the dog starts barking. Let him out. Come on, Woody. Out you go. Gotta love Facebook Lives, right? So, as I was saying, we are here for Mallory's Norwex Express live demo. So we've been trying something new this week with Mallory's Facebook party. Well, Facebook Messenger party. Hey Mallory, I'm glad you're here. Mallory, if you want to tag some of your friends, that would be great. Hey Sharon. So Mallory has been having a party this week through Messenger. So it's kind of like a texting party. We've been sending out messages and videos and pictures and lots of great information. And so we're going to do her live demo here in my VIP group tonight. So if you are one of my VIPs already, if you've been in the group for a while, you might already know a lot of this information, and that's great. Feel free to comment and share any of your Norwex experiences. I would love to hear from you. And if you're one of Mallory's guests who maybe isn't as familiar with Norwex, please feel free to share any questions that you have or any comments. I've got my Iowa shirt on because Mallory and her people are from Iowa, and it's really cool. Somebody in Mallory's party, I found out I have another mutual friend with from when I used to live in Iowa. So it's such a small world, and I love how Norwex is kind of like a big family and helps us make some of those connections. All right, let me check the time. Okay, so it's right at 8 o'clock, and I want to respect everybody's time. We're going to go ahead and get started, but feel free to comment, ask questions, whatever as we go. So in our messenger group, I have shared some just kind of basic information about some of our top selling products. I have shared about our Safe Haven 5, and so this is a package of our top 5 selling most popular products. But one thing that I really love is when you get this box, it's so nicely and neatly packaged. All of these items can be purchased separately, but as you start to package them together, you get a little bit of a discount on them. Y'all, I left the door open and the dog is barking to come in, and the door is wide open. That's what happens when your dog is 14. But when you get this package, there are some quotes along the side, or some messages. And so the very first one that you see is our Norwex mission: improving quality of life by radically reducing chemicals in our home. And when I very first started as a Norwex customer, hey Linda, I'm glad you're joining us. When I very first started as a Norwex customer, let's see, that would be back in 2017. Babe, the door is open. He's just barking out there. My husband came out to try to help. That statement, that mission was so huge to me. So I had never really thought much about trying to get rid of chemicals in my home until I started learning about Norwex and what some of these toxic chemicals can do to our lives. And I was trying to have a baby, and so I just started thinking about, the consultant at that party shared this next statistic with me, or with us at the party. More than 200 chemicals have been found in the cord blood of newborns. So the moment a baby is born, it already has more than 200 chemicals in its system. And where does that come from? From us, the mom, and what we breathe in and what's on our skin and just what's in our daily lives. And so I knew that I needed to do better. If you know better, you can do better, and just take those baby steps and change out just a few small things at a time. And so I did. I started as a Norwex customer for about a year before I signed up. And I must have been crazy because I signed up as a consultant when my baby was like 4 months old. I got pregnant right after that party and he was born, and I guess I was still having mom brain or something because I signed up, but it's been the best journey being a Norwex consultant. We talked a little bit in the messenger group about how Norwex can save you time, can save you money. It can also help with your health, getting rid of the chemicals. Another statistic on the box is 51,000 plus. So more than 51,000 trees are cut down daily for North America's paper towel habit. So if you're a person who cares about the environment, I mean, that's huge. We have cut down dramatically on our paper towel usage. We do still use some. I've got them over here on the refrigerator for pet messes, draining bacon, grease, things like that. And this is shocking, y'all. This last statistic, more than 85,000 chemicals have been created in the last 50 years. Only a small percentage have ever been tested to determine their impact on human health. Like, that is just crazy to me. We're supposed to use all these chemicals in our homes to clean and supposedly to be safer and healthier, but nobody knows what they actually do to our bodies and to our health long term. So in our Safe Haven 5 package, this one's maybe not packaged as neatly because I've opened it up for other parties, but we have our Bert and Ernie. This one I showed yesterday in the group for our Tuesday 2/22/22. Bert and Ernie, our Enviro cloth and our window cloth. We have our dusting mitt that I'm going to show you in just a minute. Our cleaning paste, elbow grease in a jar, and our bag of Ultra Power Plus laundry detergent. And if you're more of a liquid detergent person, we do have an option for that as well. I love the powdered detergent though. So let's get right to it. I want to show you one of my favorite demos because I just think it shows what a powerhouse our cloths can be when it comes to cleaning. And Mallory asked if I would talk a little bit about being a teacher and using Norwex, why I use it at school and how I use it at school. So, I mean, if we have teachers in the group, and I know we do, these babies are huge in classrooms, and y'all, they're so toxic. Here's the thing that most people don't realize. If you don't use disinfecting wipes properly, they're not going to do any good, and you're just going to be left with all that toxic chemical residue left behind. And so here's the thing. It says on the directions, use a 10-minute contact time for disinfection against viruses and bacteria. Who uses enough wipes to keep a surface wet for 10 minutes? I know I never did. And being a teacher, when I was cleaning the kid desks, I mean, let's just be honest, teachers try to save money. And so I would use one wipe on as many kid desks as possible instead of trying to keep one desk wet for 10 minutes. Who has time for that as a teacher? So these are a huge no-no in my classroom. Yeah, Mallory, ain't nobody got time for that. And even if you're not a teacher, I mean, imagine in your kitchen, if you're trying to clean your kitchen counter after you've cooked with raw chicken. You gonna stand in your kitchen for 10 minutes and wipe off your counter with wipe after wipe after wipe? I mean, how fast would you go through one of these tubs, right? Today at school, oh my gosh, there was a girl in another classroom. I teach 6th graders, and I was watching another teacher's class. That teacher had a bottle of Lysol spray, and that girl at lunch, to wash her hands before lunch, walked up and sprayed her hands with Lysol spray. I just about fell out on the floor. Yeah, that didn't sit too well with me. Okay, so I want to show you one of my very favorite demos. And I was going to show this in the messenger group, but I think it's just so powerful when you can actually see it live. So one of the things that everybody kind of panics the most about, like bacteria and nastiness, is when they cook with raw chicken. And so I've got some raw chicken here. I'm gonna put it on my stove. Let's see. Ugh. And this is my Norwex chicken. So this chicken has been thawed and frozen and thawed and frozen. Yeah, it's probably pretty potent. All right, so I'm gonna rub some here on my stove, get a good area. And then, y'all, I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of Glow Germ powder on it. So this Glow Germ simulates how germs, bacteria, how all that works. It's used like to teach kids hand washing and how germs spread and things like that. And how easily they spread. So we've got some glowing here. Let's see, I'm gonna turn the light off. Okay, I'll be in the dark for a second, but I think we can see the glowing. All right, so for all my teachers out there, all those nasty kid desks, let's see what happens when you try to clean up all their germs with a disinfecting wipe. Okay, let me see. So it's going to, is it picking it up? No, it's just spreading it all around on that surface. Okay, so if you're like me as a teacher, or maybe just even in your kitchen, trying to clean as many kid desks as you can with one wipe, what happens when I go and wipe this kid desk over here? Let's see if that's showing up. Now I have 2 glowing spots instead of 2 clean spots. So all that's doing is just transferring all the germs, all the nastiness from one area to another. And I promise I'm not going to keep y'all here for 10 minutes trying to do that properly. Even if you do this properly, here's what's going to happen. You're still going to be left with all that chemical residue left on your surface. And we talked a little bit in the messenger group about how there's 2 ways, well, 2 main ways to clean, mechanically and chemically. The wipes are chemical cleaning. You're still left with all those chemicals on your surface. Norwex cleans mechanically. And I've got the side here with the tag on it. Norwex labels all their cloths, so if you start to get a good collection and you're not sure, what cloth you use for what, they say, and I'm sorry, that's probably a little dark. I'll show you again when I turn the lights on, but this is our Enviro cloth, and I'm going to clean it with a nice flat surface, fold it into 4 sections, which gives you 8 cleaning surfaces. All right, so here we go with our glowing chicken juice. Ooh, my nails are glowing. All right, y'all, no more glowing. It's all right here in the cloth. And Norwex is not going to transfer it to another surface. So I wiped with the same surface that's glowing, and that is all staying in the cloth, all of that chicken juice. All right, let me grab the lights. Okay, so some people like to have a little bit more evidence, a little bit more proof. Some people are super science-y. So I've got these protein swabs, and okay, we've been here talking about, oh, Linda, yes, very good question. I forgot to mention that. I did wet the Enviro cloth, and I wrung it out pretty good. It wasn't just like sopping wet. But yes, usually you're going to use the Enviro cloth wet. You can use it dry for dusting, but it really works best for most purposes if it's wet. It is also super, super absorbent. So if you do need to clean up a spill, the Enviro cloth can hold up to 7 times its weight in water or whatever you're cleaning up. So yes, it is super absorbent, and usually you'll use it wet for whatever it is that you need to clean. All right, so a protein swab. These are the same protein swabs that the health department uses, like when they go into restaurants to check their kitchens and that sort of thing, to be sure that they're clean and need to pass all their tests. So we're swabbing for protein for a couple reasons. One, we don't have time to swab for bacteria and have it all culture for 72 hours or whatever it is. But also protein particles, molecules, I'm not super sciencey, but they are smaller than bacteria. And so if our cloth has picked up the protein, it has also picked up all the bacteria, whatever else might be in there. So we have our little scale right here. Green, no protein on the surface. And then if it changes color all the way down to the dark purple, that means there was some protein. The more or the darker purple it gets, the nastier your surface. And so, yeah, there's no chicken juice left. It's all in my Enviro cloth. And some people say, well, maybe the swab is a trick. Maybe it always stays green. Maybe it never actually turns purple. So let's look what happens when it comes in contact with protein. I'm gonna put it down in that raw chicken juice. Okay. Ooh, it's already starting to turn I don't know if you can see that. Let's see, let's put it down in there. Okay, so yeah, that tip down there is already starting to get a darker purple. So it definitely does. I don't know if that's going to focus. There we go. You can see it's already not green anymore. So it's already starting to change color, turn purple, because I rubbed it on that raw chicken and all that protein. So I have the travel size of these in my classroom. They are about this size, so they're about the size of the cloth when it's folded into quarters. Perfect for my students to use. I have a spray bottle of water. They're perfect for little hands. I have a 3-year-old now, and he helps me clean. He's got his own little Enviro cloth, and he loves to go all around the house and clean, and I don't have to worry about him, you know, getting into chemicals or something that's harmful. So our partner with the Enviro cloth is the window cloth, and this really is more kind of like not just for windows, anything that you need to have a shiny surface. Glass, mirrors, like my microwave I'm going to show you in just a minute. Y'all, the inside of your car windshield, these right here. You know how when you're using like half a roll of paper towels and a bottle of Windex to clean the inside of your windshield, and then you start driving into the sunset and there's still streaks and you can't see anything? You need Bert and Ernie. Like peanut butter and jelly, as my daughter calls them. They go together, and you can buy these two if you're interested in just these two as the basic package. So you can buy them separately, and we do have a few different color options. I'll post the catalog link in a little bit, but you can get them together as the basic package. So like I said, I've got a 3-year-old, lots of little greasy sticky fingerprints, and I have huge French doors going out to the backyard, and we have a black lab, so he likes to get his nose print and his slobber all over the doors. And pre-Norwex, okay, talk about saving time, y'all. Pre-Norwex, it would take me so many paper towels, so much Windex, and it would take forever for me to get the outside of my French doors clean. So when I very first was a customer with Norwex, I thought, okay, I'm gonna buy just a few pieces, get started, and I bought the household package. I'm gonna show you that in just a moment. And 2 of the pieces were the Enviro cloth and window cloth, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna use these. Y'all, a lot of people buy these and then they never use them because they're scared they're gonna mess them up. Don't do that. Take them out of the package. Challenge yourself. Use them. You are not going to mess them up, I promise. And I cleaned my doors that would take forever. I cleaned them 5 minutes tops, and they were so clean. All right, so I've got I just used some lip balm to kind of simulate like greasy, sticky fingerprints or nose prints, puppy slobber, whatever it might be. And you know, normally, if you try to clean this, okay, think about what you would be cleaning greasy messes with. Okay, what can you, now that you have Norwex, get rid of under your kitchen sink or in your cabinet or wherever you keep your cleaners? You're getting rid of most of your paper towels, Windex, whatever you might clean your stove with, whatever you might clean your countertops with, and we're just going to go ahead, wipe it off. Okay. Might as well clean the whole microwave while I'm at it. And because I don't want it to be streaky, I'm just going to go through with my window cloth and dry it off. Streak-free shine. And also, it's perfect for stainless steel. See, this is the thing with Norwex. Once you start cleaning, then you'll see something else you want to clean, and then you'll just keep cleaning. But you can, because it's so fast. I don't have to spend an entire Saturday or an entire Sunday cleaning my house anymore. We can just get it done fast. All right, so Bert and Ernie, basic package, Enviro cloth, window cloth. And I mentioned that my first purchase as a customer was the household package. So it's these 2 and the dusting mitt. Y'all, I hate to dust. That is probably my least favorite chore because it feels like it's never finished. And so, you know, you dust, seems like an hour later, however long, next day, there's dust on the surface again. If you have the Norwex dusting mitt, you will find that you are dusting less often. You're not going to have as much dust in your house. And here's why. Our dusting mitt works with static electricity. So instead of Swiffers or whatever you might be using right now that just pushes the dust back up into the air, if you use like furniture spray, Pledge, anything like that, that attracts the dust. And so you're actually going to find that you have to clean more often. This works with static electricity. Rub it against itself, and you can use it right hand or left hand, either way. And it's a little bit hard to show dusting on a, I love using it on my stainless. Oh, so many fingerprints. Yes, Mallory. Yeah, I have stainless dishwasher, stove, and microwave. So, and the little 3-year-old fingerprints, I mean, you know, they're everywhere. So it's a little bit hard to show actual dust on a Facebook Live. So I'm just going to use my glow germ again, and I'm going to sprinkle some on here. And y'all, the EnviroCloth will pick up, hey Darla, I'm glad you're watching. The EnviroCloth will pick up like 99% of bacteria and whatever is on your surfaces. That's one of the benefits of our microfiber. The dusting mitt is also going to pick up all that nastiness without using any chemicals. You can use this wet, you can use it dry. Just for general dusting, I use it dry. Let me show you. It just picks everything right up off of there. And there's all the glow germ right there in my dusting mitt. You can use this wet, just get it damp. You know, if sometimes your dust is a little bit sticky, you can use it for that. On your window screens, it's getting to be about time. Hey Mary, glad you're here. It's getting to be about time for spring cleaning. It is such a pain to take your window screens off, hose them down, wait for them to dry, put them back up. Don't do that anymore. Get your dusting mitt wet, go on both sides of your window screens, good to go. You will be surprised what comes off of those window screens. Okay, so once you get your dusting mitt, you know, if it's lots of dust, go outside or go over the garbage can, just swipe it off with our rubber brush, or, you know, whack it against the side of the house. You can even rinse it under the sink. That works too, and just hang it up to dry. So y'all, if you have any questions, anything like that, post them or comment them. So usually when I'm at an in-home party and we can kind of just be talking back and forth, this is about the time, and especially after the chicken demo, that people say, okay, so now what do I do with my cloth? Or, you know, with the dusting mitt that you get it real dirty cleaning your window screens. What do I do with this? How do I clean it? So what you're going to do, and you can do this with any of our cloths, they say on the tag, let me see if I can show you, backlock. So backlock is our microsilver. It locks the bacteria in basically and gets rid of it. So bacteria cannot live in the presence of silver. Our microfiber is embedded with silver. And so when that chicken juice or whatever nastiness gets in your cloth, that silver is going to go to work, and within 24 hours, the bacteria is going to die out. This is a self-purifying cloth. Like the dusting mitt says backlock on it. The window cloth has backlock on it. These are all self-purifying, and you rinse it out under the sink, get the water as hot as you can, scrub it together against itself. That's going to open up the fibers, let everything wash out, and then you just hang it up to dry. As it dries, that microfiber or microsilver is going to work and the bacteria is dying off. You know, like when you have a washcloth in the kitchen, that old stinky dish rag, that's bacteria that you're smelling growing. In your bathroom, if your towels get kind of sour smelling, or your face cloth or whatever gets sour smelling, that's bacteria growing. You're not going to get that nearly as often with our Norwex cloths. So hang them to dry, and then they're good to go again. I use one EnviroCloth, like if it's a Saturday and I'm deep cleaning the house, one EnviroCloth to clean the whole house. And then I just throw it in the washing machine. So it just depends on your comfort level. You can throw these in the washing machine. That's not going to hurt them. We'll talk about how to wash them, but you don't have to wash them nearly as often. Saving time, less laundry. Saving money. You're not going to be putting as much wear and tear on your washing machine and your dryer, and you're not going to be spending as much money on detergent because you're not going to be doing as many loads of laundry. Okay, so cleaning paste, elbow grease in a jar. So Mallory, this is a huge product for me at school. I actually have one that I keep there because we have some 6th graders who like to be graffiti artists in the bathroom, sneak their Sharpies in there and draw lots of fun pictures. We're all grown-ups here, and so the boys describe them as rocket ships drawn on the walls in the bathroom. And it makes them so mad when they go in the next day and all their artwork is gone because I've cleaned it off with an EnviroCloth and our cleaning paste. So basically our cleaning paste is used for anything where you feel like you just need a little bit more scrubbing power. Our EnviroCloth can be used on probably over 90% of the surfaces in your home. But there's sometimes you just need a little bit of extra oomph when you're cleaning. And so if you have kids at home who get markers where they shouldn't be or crayon where they shouldn't be, kids at school who get Sharpie where it shouldn't be, the cleaning paste is going to be your best friend. So I wrote on here, I love Norwex, but then my husband said, well, wait a minute, you need to do it when they're actually watching you write it. So I'm going to write it again. I heart Norwex. All right, so got that on there. I heart Norwex. And we're going to see, I guess this will actually be good because I've had this one up here for a while and I'm going over it, same EnviroCloth. Mallory, can you use the cleaning paste on fabric? You can. I got Sharpie out of my favorite pair of blue jeans with the cleaning paste and the EnviroCloth. I was so impressed. I'll see if I can find that picture when we're done here and I'll share it in the group. So I'm going over this and it would probably come off if I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, but I don't want to keep y'all on here that long. So our cleaning paste, y'all, this is like a lifetime supply. I have the same one. This isn't it, but I have the same one at school that I got when I was a customer. It was probably early 2018, and there's still like half the jar left. Okay, so when you get it, it's hard. One of the ingredients is marble flour, and so it's hard, and I have a lot of customers who buy this and they'll message me and they'll say, my cleaning paste is all dried up, but it comes as a solid. When you take your wet EnviroCloth and rub on there, you get your paste. And let's see what happens. Bye-bye graffiti. There we go. And I'll even do this one that's been up here for a little while. This works really good. We had rust stains like in one of the water fountains at school. So I cleaned it with that. The custodians came in the next day and they were like, what happened to the water fountain? I use this all the time on my kids' shoes, like on the rubber part around their shoes, especially like the Converse and that sort of thing. Y'all, it gets them looking brand new. So you can use this on fabric. Don't use the cleaning paste on natural stone, is what we're told. But pretty much any surface where you need just a little bit of extra power. And if you're not sure, if you're going to try it on a wall or something like that, of course try it in a kind of inconspicuous place just to be sure. But I have never had a problem with it taking off something that it shouldn't take off. But it's pretty much always worked on what it does need to take off. Oh, at school too, one of my friends had a whiteboard that had, you know, like when you put tape on it and then the tape leaves like a hard residue. I have no idea how many years that tape residue had been on her board. We couldn't even like scrape it off with a little scraper. EnviroCloth and cleaning paste, and it was gone. It was like a Norwex miracle. Okay, so I know we're moving kind of fast, and I'm trying to, you know, not keep you too long, but if you have questions, go ahead and ask them. If you have questions later, you know, if you think, oh, I should have asked that, let me know, comment. I'll go back and look at all the comments. So the last item in our Safe Haven 5 is our Ultra Power Plus laundry detergent. Hey Rachel, glad you're watching. This is one of my favorite Norwex products because it is so incredibly versatile. Like I said, I started using Norwex right about the time that I had my baby. And oh, hey Bonnie, yes, the cleaning paste is amazing. So I started using Norwex right about the time that I was pregnant and had my baby. And after he was born, he started having some pretty bad problems with eczema, especially like right around in this area because he drooled so bad. But this detergent is safe for your entire family. There are no phosphates, sulfates, there's no chlorine, there's no bleach, there's no fillers, there's no optical brighteners, no dyes or fragrances. And so if you ever look up like Baby Draft or whatever the other baby detergents are that are supposed to be safe for little sensitive skin babies, they're really not. They get really bad ratings when you look them up on some of the websites like EWG or the Think Dirty app because of the fragrances and all that they put in them. And so a lot of that actually ends up causing more problems for these babies with sensitive skin. I love that I can use this with my whole family. So on the bag, it says if you have an HE washer, this works for up to 100 loads. It's actually more like 150 on up. Hey Sadie, thanks for joining. Glad you're watching. On the back of the bag, here's what I always tell everybody. When you get the bag, take a Sharpie, cross off the directions. I don't even keep mine in the bag. I put mine in a different tub because I don't want my family following these directions. Norwex is sold around the world, and there are a lot of countries where they don't have as good of water quality as we have, and so they find that they need more detergent. Here in America, our water is generally pretty good. The scoop that comes with this, you can kind of see the scoop is pretty big. I use, for a pretty good size load of laundry, a teaspoon. So when you get it, either throw the scoop away, something, cross out the directions on the back. I don't even give my family the option. I put it in a different tub with a different scoop. And so you can imagine if you are only using a teaspoon, if you have a smaller load of laundry, try a half a teaspoon. I have done that. Yeah, can you imagine a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of laundry detergent? I mean, that's just mind-blowing to me, and it took a long time for me to get comfortable with that, just because the way that we're raised, the way that we grow up, it's like if your clothes are extra dirty, pour in an extra cap full of detergent. You don't need that with Norwex because everything that's in here is pure cleaning power. You don't need all of the extra because there's nothing extra in here. So this is, like I said, some of my favorite, or one of my favorite products. You can take some of this, about a quarter teaspoon for about 8 ounces of water, shake it up in a spray bottle. It makes an all-purpose cleaner. So sometimes when people are switching to Norwex, they have a hard time because they feel like they need to spray something. They feel like this can't possibly be working with just a cloth and water. And so there's just something that's ingrained in us. I gotta spray something to clean. So mix this up with, like I said, about a quarter teaspoon of this, 8 ounces of water, and you're good to go. It'll last you forever. You can put this in carpet shampooers. Amazing. All right, so those are the products that come in our Safe Haven 5 package. Like I said, you can buy them all individually, but you can also save a little bit the more things that you package together. All right, so we are almost finished, but I have one more thing that I have got to show you. I'm gonna scoot the camera back a little. All right, so the absolute, probably most coveted item in our entire catalog is our Mop System. We have a couple different color options now. This is the original one that I got in my starter kit when I joined as a consultant. So if you are kind of watching this and you're like, oh, my wish list is getting longer and longer and longer, there's a couple things that we can do. You can host a party like Mallory is doing, because we have some amazing host rewards. You can end up getting lots free. I just closed out a party for a customer yesterday. She got $499 worth of Norwex, and I think she paid $40 for it. She went a little bit over her shopping spree money. Y'all, she got almost $500 worth of products for $40. That's craziness for host rewards. But our mop is one of the items that comes in the starter kit when you join as a consultant. So you can just buy it outright. You can buy it outright. It's in the catalog. There are a few different color options. You can host a party. Sometimes we have mop month, like right now in February, so Mallory might get the mop for free. And if not for free, we also give you shopping spree money. It's a percentage of whatever the sales are in your party, and you can put that towards whatever you want out of the catalog. So I've had a lot of customers get the mop really, really discounted because of that. The third way to get it is when you join as a consultant. When you join my team, this comes as part of your starter kit. The whole Safe Haven 5 package that I showed you, the mop, and there's a few other things that come with it. Oh, $9.99 plus a little bit like for tax and shipping. That's it, $9.99. Donalda, can't beat a free mop. Yeah, definitely cannot beat a free mop, absolutely. So we've talked a little bit about things that you can replace with Norwex. So think right now, what are you mopping with? What are you cleaning your floors with? Before Norwex, I was a Swiffer wet jet girl. Except I was always so irritated because I would either be out of like the juice boxes for it, I would be out of the pads to mop with. It was a pain because pretty much my whole house, except for the bedrooms, is fake wood floors. And so I would have to change out the mop pads. I mean, I'd probably go through 4 or 5 of them cleaning my house. Yo, that is not cost effective. So this mop, it's an investment. If you're gonna buy it just outright, it's an investment up front, but it is going to last you forever. So just kind of be thinking about not having to lug around a bucket of mop water, not having to wring out a mop, all that good stuff. So our mop system comes with the mop handle. It is a telescoping handle. I don't know if, let's see, you can see how much taller it is than me. So that's fully extended right there. I've got it sitting on the floor. Darla, on the Facebook page. Yes, Darla, I will definitely post that about the laundry mix because I know it's a lot of information to remember all at once. All right, so when you mop, or let me finish telling you what it comes with. So it comes with the handle, it comes with the base, it comes with a dry mop pad. It's kind of the same texture as the dusting mitt, and it comes with the wet mop pad. So you get those 4 pieces. I actually have an extra piece. Y'all, this is one of our, oh, I have it extended too far. I'm hitting the ceiling. This is one of our new products and it is sold out right now. They came back in stock literally for like 2 hours and then sold out again. But if you want this after I demo it, let me know and I will add you to the waiting list so I can let you know as soon as they come back in stock. This is our brand new spray attachment. It is life changing. All right, so when you mop, let me see if I can put this down a little bit. You're gonna put the mop handle at about your kind of chin to nose height, whatever feels comfortable for you. And The reason being, one thing that people love so much about our mop is that you don't have to stoop. It doesn't hurt your back when you're trying to mop. I've got the mop pad a little bit offset because you can go up against, well, this isn't baseboard, but if you had baseboards, you can go up against the baseboard and you're doing double duty. You don't have to get down on your hands and knees to clean your baseboard anymore. But when you're gonna mop, we kind of go in a figure 8 action. Y'all, please don't judge my floor. I knew I was going to be doing a demo, so I wanted to have plenty to pick up. Keep in mind, I have a 13-year-old, a 3-year-old, a husband, a black lab, and I think we all shed. So, look at that. Can y'all see that? Just from that little section in my kitchen. Isn't that crazy, y'all? What it picked up. This is also removing 99% of the bacteria and all the yuck without using chemicals. And so if you have, you know, little ones crawling on the floor or playing on the floor, if you have pets that lay on the floor, there you go. You don't have to put those chemicals on the floor. You know, when you walk barefoot through the house and then you have, you know, your, I don't even know, can't even think of what you would put on the floor, the name of it, but all those chemicals to make it shiny and clean, you don't have to worry about that anymore. All right, so after you have dust mop, all right, let me show you what you're gonna do. You're gonna take the rubber brush and you're gonna hold it, what's my rubber brush? Over the garbage can or take it outside and you're just gonna brush it all off. You can rinse this out in the sink, you know, to let it, just rinse it out, let it hang up to dry. It's got the back lock in it, so it's not gonna get stinky and nasty. And then when you're ready to clean the floors, we've got our wet mop pad. Now I put this under the sink a little bit ago, got it wet, wrung it out, so it's ready to go. Oh, and these do say on them, somewhere. Oh, okay, here it is. It says wet. I think you can see that maybe. Yeah, wet, and the other one says dry. So you don't have to remember which is which. They tell you. Norwex is super nice. They think of everything. All right, so you're just gonna go back and forth, just like that. Some nastiness over here by the sink. And what I like about this is it really dries pretty quickly on your floor. I feel like it dries faster than, you know, using like a regular mop or whatever. So let's say that, you know, I'm doing my whole house and I don't want to come back to the sink to re-wet the mop pad. The awesome thing about our mop sprayer is it's all right there for you. The mop sprayer can hold 160 pumps of water, so that is a lot. I don't know if you could see like how much comes out. What's really nice is you hold the mop handle straight up and down. If you are having your mop at an angle, you know, where you're mopping, you don't have to worry about it accidentally pushing. That water is not going to come out when I have it in an angle. Straight up and down. I have found I love the mop sprayer for just little quick messes. Y'all, the Norwex mop is not hard, and I didn't even realize that they could make it easier and faster to use. But with the mop sprayer on there, now, like if Brantley Gray spills something, or if there's just who knows what on the floor, I don't have to take time to get the mop pad wet. Not that it takes that much time, but I don't have to take time to get the mop pad wet. I can just use the mop sprayer and get that one little spot. Okay, let's see. Oh, hey Sandra, I'm glad you're watching. Darla had a party and got the awesome mop. Oh, awesome, Darla. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, I could imagine your hairdresser would love the mop. Yeah, because it would work with static, like the dusting mitt, and get all that up. I can definitely see that. Okay, so the thing about the telescoping handle on here, if you have super high ceilings, I have really, really tall ceilings and vaulted ceilings in the living room, I can put the dry mop pad on there and I can dust. and I don't have to worry about getting a ladder or getting my husband to do it for me. I can reach everywhere in my house with this telescoping handle. We also have several other attachments, accessories that go along with this. So like the Mop Sprayer, we've got a rubber broom that is unbelievable if you have like area rugs and any sort of like cats or dogs at home. There's an Enviro dusting wand, a long dusting wand that goes along with it. Lots and lots and lots of options. So let's see, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them. That was everything I wanted to share with you tonight. Think about your wish list. And for Mallory's party, I'm going to post a link in a few minutes that has some kind of a recap of the product videos and the shopping links, catalogs, that sort of thing. But go ahead and feel free to comment here too if you have any questions. Think about if you are getting a big long wish list. Let's talk about you having a party. There's lots of different ways we can do that. We can do it on Messenger. We can do just a regular Facebook party. Most of y'all on here aren't local to me, but if you are, we can do an in-home party, just a catalog party. We could do a Zoom party. So many different options. We could do a combo of any of those. And it is super, super easy to be a Norwex party host. And if you are thinking, okay, I have a really long wish list and how can I get a discount, or how can I make a little bit extra money doing this because I think I'm going to love these products, let's talk. I won't become a crazy like stalker person if you ask me a question about joining. I'm not going to like hunt you down and make you join my team, but we can just have a discussion about it if there's any questions that you might have. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.